put the notch on my back, and push come to shove. I put the block on my back, and push come to shove. I bang a nigga for his goods and sell his whole hood if I could, you know. And push come to shove. Commit murder in these streets, and push come to shove. It's a must that we eat, and push come to shove. I make love to a beat, it's fam. They don't come no nastier than me. It's Mr. I got flow for days. My daddy named me Nicholas. I bet you by golly, wow, I'm so stylistic. Abuse the track and fog of the booth. And I ain't gotta be in a coupe to raise the roof. I'm one of the realest niggas spitting, you already know. Fam, I done did calendars, count them 11 in a row. Now I'm trying to do numbers like Big Pocket Hole, where the money stretched longer than South Arlington Road. Whoa. In my life story, something like a motion picture. I'm like a plasma nigga telling my vision and yelling my vision. I'm selling my vision, can you envision? The hands unseen, but the crack is written. And yo, the flow got them boasting in the hood. What's good? After my resurrection, I sent my ghost to the hood and gave them all a piece of what they eyes can't see. Cause fam, they don't come no nastier than me. The push from the shove, put the notch on my back. The push from the shove, I put the block on my back. The push from the shove, I bang a nigga for his goods and sell his whole hood if I could, you know. The push from the shove, commit murder in these streets. The push from the shove, it's a must that we eat. The push from the shove, I make love to a beat. Fam, they don't come no nastier than me. I'm a boss, a father figure, wise man and an OG. 26 years, it seems like everybody knows me. Damn it, your boy glowing. My mind is right. I look great for my age, so my shine is bright. I put the hood on my back. I'm talking rats.
Hold on, everybody. What is poppin'? What is pottin', you filthy? You filthy! You filthy mother... Yeah, you know, B. What's going on here? Listen, I set this up a certain way because I don't want to be jacking the camera around. So, quit staring at my pipe down here. So, a couple things we're going to do today. I am going to show you guys how to jailbreak a CECH-2501. And you'll see on here, that's what we got. It's 2501A. This hasn't been touched. Still has the seal on it. Ready to go. Give me 1 second here. Let me get this live. Okay. So, basically what we're going to do... this up right now. The long and short of it is, people, is the PS exploit page done, and I put this in the description. And so there's a way you can get on the toolset right now on a private DNS server. That opens up to all kinds of vulnerabilities. I'm not doing it. So, you know what? I brought this out for old school today. So let's get crack-a-lacking, because I'm going to walk you through this step by motherfucking step. So, the first thing you're going to need, you need a screw gun. You're going to need an Eflasher right here. You are going to need one of these that has the SD card in it that goes in the Eflasher. And we'll take that, put this right in here, right here. And we'll get that ready to go. So, when you're getting ready to pull the dump, and we'll get into this, you want to make sure the third switch right here is up. Just like that. You are going to need thermal paste. Got to have some thermal paste. Torque for the PS3. Couple pads. I'll show you where these come into play. Clip cable. So these particular models fucking suck. I'm going to tell you right now because, and you'll see in a minute, because you got to flip this on the NOR chip over. Then you're going to need a clamp, and I'll show you what this little bad boy is for right here. These are just like 4 pennies, 3 pennies I taped together. So let me get this shit out of the way. And of course you're going to need alcohol. Now for this particular model today, this bad boy right here, I'm going to be I forget who his name is. A big shout out. I don't remember who it was. He had a bunch of 128 gig solid state hard drive SSDs. So we are going to be swapping this out. I've been putting them in all these systems. So let's get this over here. First thing we're going to do, we're going to peel off the security thing right here, because you got to get that screw out. So you got one, well, let me get these out, these little tabs. Little motherfucking security tabs. We're going to get all this off. I'm going to show you how quick it is to get these bad boys apart. So, now, if you're doing this for the first time, I'm going to tell you now, organize your screws. I can do this shit blindfolded, so you'll notice I kind of just throw my shit everywhere. But the first thing you want to do is we want to get all these out. Now, even if you're a thumb drive junkie, this is where it's kind of the beautiful thing about that BG toolset is it does make it quicker to go ahead and jailbreak the system. But for those that never had to use an Eflasher and do this, I promise you, they do not tear apart your system and clean it. Now what you're going to notice, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 torque security screws right on here. Now in the 2001s, you don't have this fourth one. But you got to screw these out. And just FYI, I magnetize all of my screw tips so they come out a little bit easier. And to answer your question, Mason, everything. The only thing they popped off there was GTA, which obviously was the biggest one. But all of the Call of Duties. BO1, 2, and 3, MW2 and 3. They're still modding on Red Dead Redemption. I mean, it's business as usual. Now we're going to pop this. There's a blue screw in here. This is where the hard drive comes out. You're going to pull the latch, get that bad. So we're not even going to fuck around right now. I'm going to go ahead. We're going to pop all 4 of these screws out. You're going to take the hard drive out of the caddy. And we are going to take the... What the fuck did I just do with that solid state? Oh, right here. We're going to take the solid state real thin. Nice thing about the SSDs, that no moving parts. So they have a little bit quicker throughput, bandwidth, if you will. And they don't go bad as quick. They last a little bit longer. So I'm going to put this on here. Get in there, bitch. Oh. Get that in here. Get that in here. Something happened to that screw. They bored that hole out, so it doesn't matter. We don't need it for that one. So that's it. We got this fucker apart. Now, we're going to go ahead and pop it off. And you can clean this little shit up, but not a big deal. So the next thing you want to do, you're going to pop both power cables. You got 2 screws, one here, one there. Whoop. Come on, bitch. Get in there. Power supply pops right up. Screw right in the back of the Blu-ray. Now in the 2501s, you don't have one ribbon like you do in the 2000A. You got these 3. So you're going to pop each one of these out. Just like that. They're all out. Pop this out. Now, this is the other bitch about this. This ribbon cable right here has to go in that slat. So when I go to put that back together, I literally got to grab this with a couple needle nose and get under there and put it back. So it's a bit of a pain in the ass. But you can pop that out. Cable goes. Very careful removing the fans cable. I've accidentally snapped that off the motherboard before, especially if they get crispy. These are the Wi-Fi. So we're going to pull both these out, walk them down. Power supply off. And we're good to go. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 screws that's got to come out. I sure as fuck wish I was doing this on a PS4, man. I don't know why they haven't got their shit together yet, but, you know, it is what it is. All right. We're done, B. We don't need this shit no more. So now you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got to get out silver ones. You got 2 black ones right there that are going to the fan. Get out there, bitch. Now be careful. These are what put the heat sink to the chips. You don't want to strip them, so you want to make sure you get these right. And then I'll pull both those out, set them there. This pops right off. And then usually you gently want to pop this thing up right here, just like that. Bam, motherboard's out. So you got 2 more screws. And you don't need this right now. So that's it. We're ready to rock. Now, this is your NOR chip. So what happens is when you put this fucking thing on, it blocks it. It covers half that chip. Now, in the 2001, it doesn't do that. So what's going to happen is when we go to put our clip cable on right here, well, you want to make sure that's firm, and then you got to bend this over and tape it down. So once that's done, make sure that's secure. You're going to bring this back, you're going to flop the board over, and you're going to set it right on there. Now, so you don't short shit out. I just took little, actually this was off a drywall box of screws. Let me get the other one here. And you're going to put the other one down here. So then you could set these fuckers right in here. And you want to be careful. Oh, oh. You know what? Let me grab my other screwdriver. Hang on. I'll be honest with you. When I put these on, I usually like to use a regular screwdriver. It's a Phillips head, but I don't want to crank these down because you can snap these off in there. And you want to get this bitch lined up right. Just like that. That under there. And we'll get this down. This is how it was in the beginning, people, man. This is why you got a little bit better quality of a jailbreak just because all this had to come apart. The chips had to get cleaned. Everything had to be... I mean, you couldn't really get a dirty fucking... Well, you could. I exposed a couple of them. So, now that we've got this ready, I'm going to plug the fan back in. And you'll see how that kind of blocks that chip because you have to put pressure on this NOR chip. So, what I did is I took like 3 pennies and I taped them together. And so what I do is I slide that right in there, and then I take the clamp and I clamp it down. Now keep in mind, this is all metal, so I taped it up and I did the bullshit. But I'm going to pull this to the side right here. You're probably not going to see it because I just want to get this right. Let me lift this shit up. And then you don't need to crank this down and break the fucking thing. You just need to get it nice and snug. And listen to me, even doing this, sometimes I got to take this fucking thing off 2-3 times. You go through a shitload of these cables. That was the downside, and I'll show you. These 2501s kill you. These are all clip cables. And they're like 23 bucks or something. Because you'll see it starts putting dents in there. Even though I taped the shit up. So, yeah, it sucks doing these. But kind of is what it is. So now what we're going to do, we're going to throw the power back on here. We're going to put this fucker on right here. Make sure we plug that up. Hook the power up right here. I'm actually going to turn this around for you guys so you can see it. We're going to put the power button on. All right, boom, boom, boom. Now we're ready for the flasher. So I've already cleaned this chip so there's nothing on it. It's blank. Again, I've got the third switch up. The rest all go down. Make sure I'm looking at this correctly. Got it upside down. There we go. We're going to bring this right in here. Make sure that's nice and firm. And we got power, motherfucker. So, we've got that going. Next thing you want to do is turn this on. I wait for this to blue and I hit it and I get it off. As soon as that is off, I go and I hit the reset button. Kill that light for you. Now, normally what you want to do is you'd have this plugged up to a TV. You'd wait till it came up on the screen. System cannot start. That takes about 45 to 60 seconds. So what I generally do is I start this like this. I let it sit for about a minute. And then you'll see we're going to go ahead and start this bitch. Absolutely, Cap. So, I mean, that's what it's all about. You can play all of the older CODs. All right, now, if we got a good connect and we're good, I'm going to hit start here. And hopefully we don't get a blinking error code. What we want to do is see one dot at a time start lighting up. If it starts flashing, I got to undo this and I got to redo it. Which, hey, it happens more often than not. But, again, the 2001As are so much easier. And the longer that goes, the better. All right, we're booming, man. We're booming, baby. We got one blue light. So what it's doing right now is it's pulling a dump off there. And it's going to slap it on that SD card. As soon as I'm done with this, we're gonna go over to the PC and I'm going to show you how to patch it. Oh, bro, I haven't done RGHs in like 8 years. I'm not even kidding you. I'd have to watch a video to remember how to do it. So once that gets all the way down, it's going to start doing the Knight Rider and flashing back and forth. Now, can you imagine, hey, back in the day when it was really off the hook, I was selling 40, 50 of these a month. So working full time, coming down and having to jailbreak every goddamn one of these like that. All right, so it's flashing back and forth like that. I don't know how much you guys can see if the lighting is not there, but it's going back and forth. So now all you do is you unplug it. Let me put this light back on. So now I am going to take the card out of here. Come on, dude. We're going to take this. We're going to put it in our little card reader here. And I'm going to go over to the PC here and we're going to go ahead and rack it up. Whoa, whoa, bro. Let me get in here a little bit. Just a little bit. that. All right, so let me pull up here. Now we're going to pull the PC up. Drop this down. So this is the card. This is the bin that just pulled off there. So we're going to minimize this. We're going to minimize that. We're going to move this over here. Open up these jailbreak tools. Go in here. Because we want to check the dump first. Did you? And then he tries tricking you. Did you skip reading these? Everybody always hits yes, 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 and it'll fuck with you and it won't get it. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to check the image right there. And this is good. As I explained in the one with the 2001A, the ROSO hash and the ROS1 hash, that's normal. It's this fucking version. That's a good dump. So once we know we got a good jump, we're going to back up. We're going to go over here. And, ooh, I got old ones in there. Definitely want to get them the fuck out of here. Delete. Now what we're going to do, we're going to pull this dump over here. Just going to drop it right in there. And that's it. You're done. It's patched. So we're going to exit that. Now what we want to do, I'm going to clean these up. Get that shit off of here. Delete. And I'm going to pull the patch one back to the card. Now, you do have to go in and rename this. It's just obviously so you know which one's patched. Boom. That's it, man. Another thing that I do, I have a dock that I put the hard drives in my computer. And then this is the program I run. Because I test all my hard drives. And what will happen, this opens up. And whatever hard drive I got plugged in, like this is my main one here. But you'll see, it tells me the health, excellent, if there's any action needed, the lifetime, start, stop counts, all that bullshit on here. You definitely want to do this. So we're going to take this. Let's get our ass back over to the Eflasher. Oh, let me pull this up. There we go. Swinging around here. Swinging my ass around. All right, so now all I'm doing, I'm taking this card, putting that back in there, getting that situated. Now you put all the switches down. So every one of those needs to be down. We're going to put the power on again. Start it up. I'm going to wait for this to light up. We're going to get rid of that blue eject button light again. And we're going to reset. So all the switches are currently down, and we're ready to dump this bitch back. Let me pull this up so I can see who the fuck is talking here. What's up, you dirty old bastard? I see you in there. Okay, again, we're waiting for the same thing. Normally, we'd have it hooked up to a TV. I don't bother anymore. I've been doing this too long. And it doesn't matter if you're new to it. You just wait about a minute. After you give it a minute, you're going to... Now, listen. This is the crucial part. Once this shit starts dumping back, it's overwriting. And if you lose your fucking power here, you're going to brick it. So you want to make sure shit's on point. So now I'm going to go ahead, make sure all my switches are down. They are. And I am going to hit the top red button, and we're going to start dumping back. Now, I'm going to tell you now, this takes about 5 to 10 minutes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Fucking tremendous. You got that right, buddy. And then I'm going to show you guys how to... I mean, I know some of you know how to do this shit. This is for all the noobs that don't know shit about it. even if you're doing maintenance on your system, to get this up and get it clean, it's the way to go. What year was your best sales? I gotta be honest with you, bro. I don't know. I would say it really took off after GTA 5 jumped. So, that came in the end of 2013. So 14, 15, it was cool. But 16 and 17 were off the goddamn hook. I was doing over, I think it was 2016 and 17. I did over 100,000 each year just in jailbreaks. Hell, December I sold, my high was 72 in December. You want to talk about fucking exhausted, dude? I was working, I still do. I work 47 hours a week, and then coming home at night and having to do, I had like 4 stations set up. And so I would go get this one going, plug it up, install the firmware, start the games installing, move to the next one. And I was going around a goddamn circle. And then I was up till 11, 12 at night before I got my ass in bed. But yeah. Well, I mean, that's when, obviously, you had Serendipity going strong. I forget the other dudes. You had LTS going strong, Extortion going strong. And you still had a ton of people on it, man. So it wasn't like, at the end of GTA, I mean, fuck, man. You got in a lobby. Every lobby you got in, there was 2 or 3 or 4 or more botters. So, all right, we're crack-a-lacking. We got 2 blue. So it's going to do the same thing, man. It's going to go right down the horn, start doing the little Knight Rider flash, and then this is jailbroke. We can put this shit back together. The fuck is bothering me right now on my phone, man? Jason Gillum. What's up, bro? But this was how the old school is done, man. This is how you jailbreak the shit. And again, listen, I'm not going to bullshit you. Is it easier to stick a thumb drive in it and jailbreak the goddamn thing in 5 minutes? Yes. Do I still take them apart and clean them? Fuck yeah. And this is why I say there's a difference. And when I say thumb drive junkie, I mean the guys that don't know how to do this or don't know how to take it apart. So there is an in between. There's some guys that learned on a thumb drive and kind of learned how to take it apart. But you should take these apart and clean it just like a goddamn dealership does, man. Give the fucker a once over, paste the goddamn chips, make sure shit's cleaned out, test the hard drive. I mean, you want somebody's dough, don't sell them a hunk of shit. Let me, you OG bastard. Oh, bro, I still sell these. I sell them. I'm not selling 50 a month anymore, but I would say on average 15 to 25 systems a month. Yeah, well, and I'm glad you brought that up. Capsule. I specifically install 4.84 rebug. There's no reason to go anywhere else. I don't have any of that shit on there. I set all these up on, they're all on decks. Where we got there? Yeah, we got 4. We got a couple more to go. It's a couple more minutes. But I will take you through for those, and listen, this applies to a PS4 as well. Not the jailbreak, but cleaning them. If you got a PS5, you shouldn't have to do that yet. By the way, I got one more PS5 left for sale, bang. Yeah, you don't even capsule once you go 355. I go, then obviously I fix the 99 error with 355 version 3.7. Then I go to 4.84 Rex because I haven't converted it. Then I'll convert it over, install my shit. Link. I didn't put a link up, bro. That one's got it. Matter of fact, hang on, I'll show you. While that thing's counting down, I posted on my Facebook. I was able to, if you look right here, I don't know if you can see that or not. I got this. I had to buy the bundles. I got a hook at GameStop, and he tipped me off. I already sold the other ones. I'm not marking the motherfuckers up. I'm selling them as is. You get the receipt. It's got an extra controller, charging dock, comes with Vanguard, and of course the system. They were like $752, them fuckers. All right, we're almost done here. Yeah, GameStop did it slick, dude. They got the systems in. They only got a handful, and rather than just sell the system, they added a controller, added a charging dock. It also came with a year subscription to PSN. I mean, it was like, you motherfucker, you're gonna go ahead and get kids that don't have one of these for $762. It's ridiculous. But yeah, I was able to pick up a bunch of them. I think I bought 5 altogether, and most of my buddies needed them, so they bought them all. I got one left. I got another guy dragging his dick, and he better get on board, because when that Modern Warfare 2 drops here in October, the new Warzone's coming out, and you cannot play that on PS4. You're going to have to be on next gen or higher. What's up, Vape? We got one more to go there. Fucking A. No, Mason, I haven't seen anything. It's the same old shit. And I randomly get guys that swear to God somebody's on their mod. And look, gang, I'm not saying there ain't a jailbroke council out there. I'm saying it's not released. You could have a developer that found a way to do it, and they're sitting back trying to figure out how to monetize the shit, and they're playing online. All I can tell you is there has not been a public release of a full, full jailbreak. We'll call it that. Because they are jailbreakable. I mean, you can, once you jailbreak them, you can get in there, run homebrew applications. You have access to everything. Yeah. Well, GTA ain't stupid. That is the first game to cross 3 gaming platforms, from the PS3 to the PS4 to the PS5. And they're still making mad money on it. They weren't making money on PS3. So they purposely closed. I mean, think about it. All the older COD games that were older than GTA, are still on there. They did not want anybody on the PS3. They weren't making any dough on it. They wanted them over on the 4, and they wanted them over on the 5, spending that money. Private releases, yeah. GameStop is. But, around here I got about 50 pawn shops. I know all the managers, and I know just about every single GameStop manager around here. So trust me, I got my ear to the ground. As soon as something like the PS5 dropped, they call me. And you're only allowed to buy one. But I ran to 5 different stores one at a time using different rewards accounts, because they track it like that. And then they're slick. You can't, like, if I wanted to go back later and just return the controller and chart, you got to return it all. It's all or nothing. All right, we're good. We're flashing back and forth there. So, all you got to do now, we're going to unplug it. Get this Eflasher out of the way. We're going to undo this crank. Get that out of here. Get my pennies out of here. Take the power slip off. Get that off. Get that off. I'm going to turn this shit around real quick. Take the power supply off. Yeah, and you can see why these don't last long. See how that's fucking smashed down from that penny? Because you have to put pressure on it. So, yeah, it sucks. Get this. Break these loose. Now we'll get these fuckers off. I always try to put these back in the same holes they go in. So I'll keep them together. All right. We can get these out of here. We don't need this shit. Gonna need this. Going to need this. Pop that off. Now this, honestly, this is not that bad. I've definitely seen worse. Get rid of that. So now what we want to do, I actually put a motor in my Jeep, and this was the wife beater I was wearing. So it's fucking worthless. I'm going to take this, get some alcohol on here, and we are going to get these clean. Come on, man. Get up there. See? A little bit there. Clean. Squeaky clean, like my nutsack. So that's done. Let me set that out of the way. Now we got to get this. Let me grab a scraper. I don't know what the hell I did with it. I'm going to need it. Let me get this off here. Get this old crusty ass shit out of here. Let's see what's up, man. Yeah, give me 1 second, bro. Let me get this clean. More alcohol. Boom. Now we're ready to go. So, first thing we want to do is get this, put this shit back on. Again, it's got a couple screws on it, one there. Got two on the outside. These are all black ones. Yeah, get on there. Now you can get what you want. I use Corsair mainly because I can buy it at Best Buy, but it's a good thermal paste if you look at the specs and the temperature on it. So typically what I do is I will make a bead down each side. So once I got that, now I have to grab my card. Give me 1 second. Now I typically, this is actually an old hotel key. Something plastic, something flat. I want to go over here. Bring it straight down. Turn it. Now, once I get that done, because really what you want is the center part. Whoa. And that's it. Good to go. Pasted. This is all going to spread out and flatten once we put that in there. So, now we're about to throw this son of a bitch back together. So we're going to slap this in here. Make sure that's down, nice and flat. Whoop. Get on there, bro. Get that on there. Get that on there. Remember, this takes all the silver screws around there. As a best practice, like I said, I hand tighten these just because I don't want them. You don't have to, but be careful. I get them down to where they're just about snug. Okay, good to go. Now we can get back to business. All these have an arrow all the way around where you have to put these silver screws. So even if you forget, boom, 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 boom. Give me that screw. Where you at? All right, perfect. Plug that fan in. Gonna get this. Pop that in. There's a little groove over here, right here on the side where you got to run that in. I don't know if you can see it, but you want to make sure you run that wire right. Then we've got the little black one in the back. Got a little black one in the center. One on the side, and then the two little silver ones go above the hard drive here. Want to run the Wi-Fi, and it's got a W over here so you know which one's white and which one's black. Yeah, you fucker. Get on here. I usually just snap them on. Then you can run them. So these are going to run all the way in, all the way down, all the way in. Get in there, trick. And that's it. So it looks just like that. Now you can go ahead, pop the power on. Or I should say the power cable. Got that on there. And you're going to put the power button on. All this shit's got to be on before you do the Blu-ray drive. Okay. For the fun part. So normally I'll pull this clip up right there. And then like I said, I will get this. And you kind of got to get underneath it here. Well, make sure that's up. And you're going to slide that in. And then reach under and put that down. Just like that. So pop the power button in. And then you got to get all three of these tabs in. Got a black screw. That's going to go in. Ready for the power supply. Make sure that's snug. You're going to hook up both the cables. And then you've got the two power supply screws. Voila! So the last thing to do, let me wipe this shit out of here. Normally I vacuum these, but this one, honestly, it surprisingly was relatively clean. Pop that on, get that up. Damn it. Get in there. Hard drive in here. The door just slides right in there. Then you're going to use the little blue screw. And I'm telling you, magnetizing your tips, it saves you so much shit. I'm going to close that. Then again, we've got all the little torque screws. These have got to go. You got 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Custom color. You know what? Years ago, and I'm talking of vaped, I would do LED lights or the clear shell. You know, there was cool shit you could do. There was, albeit a very small, but there was a market for it. And there just isn't anymore. Put all these back. By the time you get all the parts together, bitch. Clean a little alcohol there. There you go, people. A completely jailbroken PS3. 2501 is check number. I threw a 128 gig solid state hard drive in it. This motherfucker's clean, pasted. Whoo, smells like one of them pink tacos, man, with the fresh douching right out the shower, man. So, I debated showing you guys how to do the firmware. You know what? I'll tell you what, I ain't got nothing to do, and I got cold beers in the refrigerator. I'll show you how to set this up and install everything. Give me 1 second, because I wasn't prepared to do this. I'm going to pull some shit out of the way here. Give me 1 second. I can actually hook this up on my TV. Let me get you guys a good view here. Steal that from the PC. Hang on, we're coming. I'm going to go ahead and turn that on. Come on, dude, shut that fucking shit off. There we go. So the first thing I have in here, you'll see I've got all my thumb drives. I've got 3.55, 3.55 version 3.7, which fixes the 999 area. And then I have all the package files in 4.84 recs on these. Oh, you know what? I got the wrong one hooked up, mate. There we go. So I'm going to stick 3.55 in here. Now, because I did a new hard drive, it's going to go ahead and let me pull this up a little bit for you. It's going to want to format the system. bitch. It's only going to take a second here. It's checking. There we go. So now, basically all we're going to do we're going to hold these down. Let me see if I can get a I don't know why this camera is looking like this goddamn $400 camera. Bum, 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 bum. You go to properties. All right, let me get back to you guys now. Baby Crip, I do have a couple CIDs. No, I don't normally sell them. As I come across them, if I end up with dead motherboards or something like that, I'll go ahead and get them off them. But, yeah, so I think I got 2 right now. You know what, dude? I quit fucking with Twitch. Well, I'll be honest with you. I quit fucking with everything. Not on purpose, but, like, I haven't been on YouTube, I think, in a couple months. And then, you know, my Facebook here and there. I just, dude, I've been working. I've been busting my ass off. And then I had a project Jeep that I had that I put a new motor in. So after work, I've been doing that bullshit. And then you factor in filling my orders and shit. I just haven't had time. So basically, this console was on 4.89 firmware. So, as most of you already know, I'm taking it all the way because I want to get to 4.84 and you just can't go down. I'm going all the way back to 355. We're going to QA toggle it, and then we're going to go ahead and get it up to 4.84, and we're going to set it up. You know, I actually got... I should have... You know what? I probably... If I'd have planned on doing this, I have that HDMI splitter so you can stream on the PS3. So there you go. 5.5, 3.55 downgrader. Let me see if I can get that hooked up real quick. Yeah, I really don't want to fuck with that right now. Yeah, it gets, like I said, it'll get, you know, when you're busting your ass and doing all that shit, you can get caught up in the day real quick. And then honestly, I mean, you guys should already know this. I love playing fucking Warzone. So I usually hop on at night, you know, at least for an hour. And then, you know, bang a game or two, and then start the whole fucking routine all over again. So yes, this is the tediousness of doing these. But if you guys are new, anybody looking to get a system, you already know, just go to my Facebook page. The link's in the description. And again, you can get, I mean, not only are all the Call of Duties on there, it's a bitch too that they went ahead and left all the old GTA 5s or GTAs on there. I already told you why they took that off. So you got all that bullshit going on, play all the fucking retro games. You can do all that bullshit on there. Sony Make Believe. Well, I got to get this off that. Hey, let me take this off this auto. There you go. So we're going to go ahead. English. What's the date? 20th? And it is 2:55. Come on, bitch. Come on. Yeah. Yeah, they fucked it all up. So I don't get, dude, that's my house password. I don't give a shit. That's all intranet. I'm going to go ahead and swap this over as soon as this one's done. Just so we're not dealing with the blurry shit. I don't know why it's doing that on the TV. Come on. I think I put in the wrong password. I got to update it, bro. I told you, it's been so tight that I've literally been putting like 1 or 2 systems up, and then they sell out, and then I'll wait and get the orders done, and then as soon as I get them done, I'll add a couple more. There you go. All right, give me 1 second, because I do want to get this right. I gotta take this. Hang on, let me hook this up. This one's got to go from here. Aha. We're almost there. Give me 1 second. 1 was not planning on doing this. It's been a minute, man. I'm trying to figure out how to get this shit hooked up. Give me 1 second. Alright, so that's going to come out of there. That's going to come out of there. Here. Alright, we are about done. That goes into here. This comes out and goes in there. Alright. Let me get this shit set up here. Alright, give me 1 second. Let me get this started on the next firmware. So once you're set up on this, then what we're going to do, hang on, is you're going to go over, install packages, and I've got the QA toggle on my thing. Installed. Yeah, I apologize. Like I said, I wasn't planning on doing this firmware. I would have just set this shit up. We got our triple beep. Now we got to put it in safe mode. So, of course, most of you know this. You hold the power button down. It's going to beep a couple times. It's going to shut off. Then you quickly power it back on until you hear the double beep. Once that's done, all right, we got that rocking and rolling. Yeah, she knows to stay out of that, bro. FDD, I play on PC too, man. I've got my little action right there. That's what I rock on. Okay, so let me do this. Give me 1 second here. Yeah, let that install. Boom, 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 boom. Oh shit, I didn't want that. We're almost done. This one usually goes pretty quick. All right, it's resetting up. Let me go ahead and, there we go. Checking. I've got GTA on PS4, Mason. I don't really get on it. Dude, I've got like 5 or 6 accounts that all got like $1 billion on it. Hang on, let this install real quick. So we're coming out of here. All right, while that's doing that, I want to move this over. Let me see if I've got this right. I'm trying to pull this up real quick. Come on, bro. Come on. It's initializing. I don't know why this fucking thing ain't coming on. I'll be honest with you. Oh well. Deal with it in a minute. Yeah, the PS3 is a pain in the ass to get on here. You usually got to get everything on, and you got to reset it. There we go. Now let me see, because I've got action there. Aha, you mother... Ba-ba-ba-ba. So... You know what? It's not going to let me do it. Again, this is the pain in the ass with the PS3. It would go right now, but the problem is I'd have to restart OBS, which would disconnect us. So I'm not going to fucking do it. We're just going to have to deal with the blare. So anyways, now we've got... Let me get this up here. We have got 3.55... version 3.7, which fixes the 999 error code. So we are going to shut this off. And now we are ready to go to 4.84. And it's going to be on CECH. Let me get this popping. Again, you got to put it in safe mode. I've got so many fucking videos on this, though. I mean, honestly. Come on, shut off. But I will show you my little layout. Because everybody is typically... I don't update to the latest tools and all that bullshit. I make sure I got what's compatible, what's working. And 3.55 or later. So, again, I apologize for the blurriness. Let me get this up. Program called Wizard. You can use it to mod a bunch of games at $60. Yeah, you can mod on PC all day, bro. Believe it or not, I don't. I've only got one account on there that I have all my friends and all my shit on there. But yeah, vape. I'm not even kidding you. I know I got 5. I think I have 6. And this was way back. As soon as you could transfer your account, I started transferring these accounts because I knew they were going to stop that bullshit. And then even when they said, hey, you got 30 days left, anybody who transferred over to a modded account, they balanced the money. I don't know that they fucked with the rank, but they they went ahead and balanced that bullshit. So I haven't been. You know what? I pissed around on that. I think it was a year or two ago, but I almost shit when I seen all the stuff they added. And I had my little nephew. I gave him that. He was playing on that account, and he had. I went on there and I was laughing because there's like 2 point something $billion, but he had all kinds of shit I'd never even seen. Just because I don't play it. No, that's cranking fast. Let me see if I shut that. That helps. This may help with a little bit. So this is it, finally the thing. But all in all, like if you're jailbreaking and I wasn't fucking around doing this, I can get the system jailbroke with an Eflasher in about 20 minutes. And that's quick. That's quick, you know, but it's from being able to take that shit apart or having taken it apart so many times. But it's like zip, zip, zip. And then you figure another 10, 15 minutes on the firmware and you start installing games. I would say the difference with the thumb drive is you can get that done in, 5 minutes. Of course, if it's over 4.84, you still got to install all this firmware and all that. But I promise you, I guarantee you 99% of them thumb drive junkies are not pulling the system apart, and they are not cleaning the chips. They are not testing the hard. They are not doing any of that. Anybody knows how to fix BO2? Rhino, what's your issue with BO2? Yeah, that you did have to do that for a minute. It's funny because mainly everybody now that gets counsels off me get BO2, at least. But on average, it's BO1, BO2, BO3, the MW2 and 3, but BO2. And sometimes some guys have that issue where they have to do that shit, and some guys have no problem, and there's no fucking rhyme or reason to it. I do believe we are done. Yes. And there we go. So that's it, folks. You got Rebug. Now you'll look. Go down. We are on 4.84. Oh, I see what the problem is. It's the lighting. Let me see if I can't fix this a little bit. Trying to clear that up a little bit. I might be able to do some things with the camera. There we go. So we're going to back out of there. we can get rid of the toggle QA. We don't need that anymore. Now, you start the business. We go to the package manager, install packages, system storage. First thing I install is Rebug Toolbox. Then install. Whoop, we're going to go from standard for my thumb drive because I have all this on there. Next thing I install is Webman. Next thing is Cappy Control Manager. PSN Stealth Patch. And then, yes, I install the 4.81 multi-man. I don't like the updated one because I get tired of the shit coming up all the time. That's it. Then you're going to open the Rebug Toolbox. You want to switch your debug menu to Dex. We're already toggled on the QA. So you're going to go up to dump the EID root key. Then you're going to wait a couple seconds, and it's going to give you the double beep or triple beep. Okay, we're back. So now you want to go back into the Rebug Toolbox. Well, I guess that light didn't help. Fuck. And you want to go over to the DEX column. You want to rewrite the target ID in Flash. And then you want to swap the LV2 kernel. And that's it. Now you're converted to DEX. Da, 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 da. Fuck you. So the next thing I do after I'm done with that, I immediately hold L1 on my controller and I hit X on Webman. Because right now you can't sign in. It's going to switch your target ID to 82. Now, you would normally have to restart it to get Webman up. Because, see, Webman Games ain't showing up yet. So the next thing I do once Webman loads is I go ahead and install Cappy right in a row. And again, I'm not digging into all these packages and all that bullshit. I've got plenty of other videos that outline this and walk you through it step by step. This is like bonus footage on the DVD. Yes, FileZilla still works. All that shit still works. Now we're going to go to Webman Games, Webman Setup, Ps3 Webman Setup. FileZilla does work. Ooh, motherfucker. We may have to reinstall that. Yep. It has not done that to me in a while. So if it should do that to you, all you do is go down here and just hit X on Webman again. Now let's see what happens. Webman loaded. Webman setup. PS3 Webman setup. There we go. So the first thing I do is I set the lowest temperature setting to 40. And then, now the IPD is blocked. But what you're going to do is you're going to click in here and you're going to change the 82 to 84. And you're going to go ahead and get that set up. I'm not going to do it here because it's going to show you the CID. So give me 1 second. I'm going to block this. There we go. So all I did in the console ID is I switched the target ID from 82 to 84. Syncing trophies, I don't know, Mason. So, I mean, right now, we're there, man. You got a fully operational jailbreak. Everything's set up on it. Everything's loaded. There's nothing else to be done on this bullshit. I will tell you, if you go into multi-man, let me get my thumb drive out of there. Give me 1 second. I'll show you this. I have two 1 terabyte hard drives. Fuck. Get in there, bitch. You never, for whatever reason, if you have the thumb drive or the 1 terabyte plugged in and you open multi-man, it flickers green yellow on the power button. So you literally, you have to, even when installing it, I open it first and then plug it in. You know, I could. So right now it's just loading it. I forgot I could do this. You know what? What a dumbass I am. While I was sitting there, I could have just shared my computer. There we go. So, sorry, I should have done this 20 minutes ago. So I've got my 1 terabyte plugged in. And again, all the games. And this is how I install them. I get them all in there. Of course, rip, baby, rip. God damn it. So yeah, this guy. And then I'll just start rocking and rolling. Triangle, copy, copy. That's it, gang. Let me, that blurry ass thing. Give me 1 second. So that is it, people. That's how you do the shit. Again, I put in my description. Some shit happened with this BG toolset with the PS3 exploit game. Their shit, the site got seized and sold. So ps3exploit.com, .net, .org, some shit like that. If you try to go through your browser and do the .net, it does not work. Now you can do hen through there. They've got it, and again, I am not telling you to do shit as I put in my description. There's a couple DNS servers, so if you set up your internet and you put in these two DNS server numbers, you can get on and you can use the USB break, but I ain't doing that shit, homie. I mean, you open, not that they are known for it, because they're absolutely not, but I mean, there's a list of shit that it opens you up to, including theft of data, all that bullshit. I'm cool. I can jailbreak this way in the meantime till the tool's fixed. I know some of you can't. So use at your own risk. I don't believe there's anything nefarious going on. This is just a me thing. I'm not opening myself up like that. So, you got to do what you want to do, boo. Damn, I ain't even got you guys shooting the shit over here. The fuck are you? Get this down. There you go. Yeah, Hormet. Yeah, I appreciate it, Vape. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That was a move by by GTA 5. They fucked around. Goddamn well it was a money thing. There's no other way. They're crushing it on PS4. They're really crushing it on PS5 now. Everybody's still buying shit because it's unrealistic to grind for fucking money over there. It's like a crackhead looking for a niblet inside a couch, man. It just never fucking ends. So, but yeah, all the old, and then you got all the Call of Duty, MW2, MW3, them shit's still up there. There's still a bunch of people playing BO1, BO2, Red Dead Redemption. So you can mod on all them games. I mean, it's up to you. Yeah. I have not, Mason. I've never tried it. What's it do? Grab that little flasher. You can have custom cars, no outfits, none of that. I've got, what's funny? Is I've got a neighbor, he's an architect. He lives like right across down the road here. And he uses all them CAD programs and all that shit. And he designs custom cars for GTA 4, or I'm sorry, 5. And you can upload all that shit. I told him, I says, dude, come over and show me what you got and we'll blah, 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 blah. And I'll put it on here. So, my Facebook page. But these are what's up. I mean, I don't know. I'm assuming the site's coming back up, the tool set. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. But here's the thing. It costs money for these servers to be online. And I ain't going to lie. I've thrown them a couple bucks. It was a while ago. But matter of fact, 2018. But, how long are you going to do it? It's just like my fucking MediaFire account. I forget I have it because it's relatively inexpensive. I think $6 a month. But every month, MediaFire successfully, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, I'm paying, again, relatively inexpensive probably to what they're paying, but $50 a year to keep my download links up. So this is freedom. That site ain't going to be up forever. I don't know if they'll community host it or what it'll do, but, it's always nice to have one of these because it doesn't, you're never out of business. So it's a program that you can use to mod games up here for like the older. Are the flashers? I don't know. I don't even know if you can find one. Let's check. I'll put buy Eflasher. Ally Express. Holy shit. I got to show you guys this. Don't quote me on it, but I think I paid... Fuck, I don't really remember. I think I paid like $80. Might even been more for my Eflasher. Look at this shit. So this is on Ally Express. $32. But see, the expensive shit is right here, what I showed you, this clip cable. This clip cable, it used to be $23. So I guess it varies on what you're paying. But yeah, these things are running $40. It's these cables you want to buy. Like I said, that is the wear and tear item on them. I don't care. Unless you're lucky and you're doing all 2001As, you could probably get 4, 5, 6 months out of a cable. Maybe even longer because you're just snapping on and off. But on these 2501s, they suck, man. Wow. Okay. Well, I'll be dipped in shit. I did not realize that they dropped that much. Of course, it's been a while since, like I said, I think I bought mine in 2012. Or was it 2011? It was one of those. I don't even remember which spot it was on, to be honest with you. Let me get back over here. Is it? Yeah, I'm not hip to the site. Well, let me I don't really Yeah, you might be right, because look at this. I just went over to hang on, let me get my fucking picture out of here. God damn it. Why won't it let me do that? I don't know. Let me just switch. It's acting crazy. I went over here. This is eBay. And you can see now, this is from China, from Japan. Yeah, well, maybe you're right. Because these prices are drastically different. Let me get out of China. Parts only. So there's a broken one. Wow. Guess we'll have to go worldwide. Yeah. I don't know, man. I'll be honest with you, bro. I don't remember. It was I forget what it was. I don't remember. It was a while ago. I eventually got fucking thing. I got kicked off there. They sent me some shit and clip cables that didn't work, and they were crispy right out the box. They get folded over. Hang on, I'll show you what they come in. Oh, you know what? I might be able to tell you. No, it came from Texas, this whole fucking thing, but they come like these. And they, once you remove them, they all look E-clip cables. This is from the old schools. But yeah, the cable's folded over real nice right there, and you just pull it out. But I got them right out of the box, and they didn't fucking work. And they were giving me an issue with it about returning it. I'm like, dude... I pulled up my account with I've said I've spent over $300 buying these clips off you guys over the years. I've never had a problem. These are fucked up. Man, I charged my shit back, and the next thing you know, my account was banned. So I was like, fuck them. You do shit business, you do shit business. They were cool up until then, man. But yeah. And when we used to do the Fat Boys, the NAND chips, oh my God, you had to solder a bunch of wires to the fucking board. That was a nightmare. What is a good app to download games? Download games. I actually got a video on this, bud. I don't know. Let me pull this up. I'll pull that up because I did a video on this. I'll pull that up. Oh, I pulled the same fucking thing up. So I'm going to share my screen. And honestly, I did this so long ago that I don't. This was one of them. DLPSgame.com. So if you go to like PS3 games, it's got all the games in here. It's got the updated password links. Oh, nice. They put a dick on it. But if you go to 2, yeah. So you got all these. I don't need the Eflasher anymore. I guess this one ain't working. But yeah, you can search your games in here. I guess if I put Grand Theft Auto. Boom. All right, so they actually got a functioning search engine. And yeah, you could download PS4 games, PS3 games. So that's one of them, man. Come on, B. I used to homebrew app for games like NPub. Yeah, there was a couple. If you look back on my YouTube, I did a video on how to install PS4 games, and I covered a couple of them sites, and those sites apply because they have all the games. I didn't shortcut them all, and the only reason I did shortcut them was for the purpose of the video when I was showing it. I had one or two in there still. It's like NPub. All right, BO2's almost done. All right, gang. I'm going to eat some food, and then I'm going to drink some beer. And then I'll tell you what, I got a couple guys I play with all the time on Warzone. They wanted to stream last night. I haven't been doing that, but I like chopping it up and shooting shit. So maybe in a couple hours I'll hop back on here and we'll drink some beers, talk some more shit. But yeah, that's it, man. I'm not putting no links in. Oh, I still have those, bro. I still have those. Hang on, I'll give you a cash flash. Move this shit out of the way. So, again, I gotta move this stuff out of the way. I don't know if you can see or not. Come on, let's go. So right there, consoles. No, the games aren't better than the other. It's just those are all PS3s. I got some Fat Boys up there, down in the bottom left corner, to the left of that white box, those are all modded PS4s. Yeah, I'll show you. That stack right there, those are all modded. And then I have some more in the back. Yeah, those are all on those PS4s, Mason, I've got, or vaped, I've got 3 of them are on 9.0, which to date is I'm not going to say the most stable, but is very stable, and it was the best JB. I've got one on 1.76 in the beginning, and I've got the rest are all on 5.05. So the problem is as when games come out, like if a game dropped right now, let's just say in October, the new Modern Warfare 2 is dropping, and let's say the firmware at the time, and I'm just throwing this out there, is 9.60. Well, you cannot play that game on anything older. So if you have a 5.05 game, exploit, you're not going to be able to play them later games unless you backport the game. And you got to know how to do that. And there's a tool you can do it. But if you don't know what the fuck you're doing, them games are unplayable. So it's always best. I keep one on the version, I keep one of a version at least. But you always, once it's stable and it's tested, you want to go, you want to get to the latest and greatest. And I only have one game that I installed a bunch of shit on, bro. And it was the one I used in the video. I think I put Vanguard. I put The Last of Us 2, Red Dead Redemption 2. A lot of those type of games on there. But no, you install the menu, bro. You can do it right through the web browser. You could do it all locally. But, I have not started selling them simply because it's too easy to fuck it up. And there's too many issues if you're not knowing how to do it. And I'll be honest with you, I do not have time to provide that type of customer service. Somebody be on the phone. Every time you turn it on, you got to re-jailbreak it, which is simple. But, sometimes it's a couple times to try it. So I'm waiting just like you guys are waiting. They're going to fuck around and get the PS5 before they get the 4. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me get this back. So, yeah, I'll probably hop on later just for shits and fucking giggles, get drunk, and we'll talk some shit, get our ass kicked in some fucking Warzone, some Alcatraz, and that's really it. If you guys got questions on the Eflasher or you want to try it, man, my line's always open. But if you go to this video, I've got this, and I've got a 2001A, which everything is the same except the clip cable. They go and the Blu-ray drive, much fucking easier. You ain't got to deal with clips and all that shit. And I also cover shaving down the clip cable and all that shit, which is not necessary, but it helps. So it doesn't, you can get a flat lay on that, because every time you get those on, you got to crank it down a little bit and put pressure on it, or you'll start getting bad dumps, and that's a pain in the ass. I actually lucked out for this video today. Normally what will happen is you'll get like a 135 or a 156 error blinking on the flasher, and it's a connection error. So you got to take everything fucking back off, put the thing back on, re-torque it down. It's a pain in the ass. But everything went smooth today, except hooking up that goddamn Elgato to a PS3. For whatever reason, if you have OBS open and you hook up the PS3, you got to close that out and open it back up. And I couldn't do that today, so they're going to have to deal with some blur. So outside of that, I'm going to eat, and then I'm going to drink some beer, and I'll probably see you guys back tonight, man. So I'm going to bounce, people, man. Glad hollering at you, man. Setup. Cool, I appreciate you showing the set. Oh, setup. Yeah, not a problem, bro. My main setup is over here. Here, I'm going to go ahead and cash flash one more time for you. let me show you this shit. So what it normally looks like, if I back this bitch up, move all this shit out. So VO2 is done installing. Let me get that off there. Then what we normally have, hang on. God damn. Can't even see this shit. There we go. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. I don't even know where the fuck this came from. Holy fucking moly. Sitting here in the dark. That goes there. You gotta give me a second, man. Normally I have all my shit on this. I'm gonna give you a real cash flash. But I gotta put on a light because I unhooked everything doing this bullshit. Let me move this down here, that down here. Get rid of this shit. Get rid of that shit. So this. I gotta switch my TV over. Oh, shit, I got this all wrong. No wonder. Well, I gotta rehook all this shit back up. But normally, so this is the whole PC setup that I got right there. That's the whole PC setup. Now that is a 55-inch LG C10 with 1 millisecond latency, and it's got true black and instant game response and can run at 140 hertz. Then if you move over here, this is where I've got the gaming PC, and this one I got a 32-inch, and even on the streaming PC down here, that's got all its bullshit on here. So that's pretty much it, man. Put that up. That's the whole fucking way out. But I've got, like I said, I combined all that bullshit in. I'm out of my room right now because what happened? I remodeled my house, so I had to tear apart that room, but I'm getting ready to rebuild it. But that was the room that had the big green wall and all that shit, so I had to shove everything back here in the bedroom, one of my empty ones. But yeah, I run a Alienware. I know a lot of people hate on them. I love it. It's got a fucking 12th gen i7 in it, 32 gigs of Fury RAM. It's got a new 512 gigabyte solid state hard drive with a 2 terabyte secondary for all the games. And that runs a Super 2080 graphics card, NVIDIA. This has got 16 gigs of RAM. It's got an i7 processor. I think it's a 10th gen. And it's got a 1660 NVIDIA graphics card in it. And that runs to this bullshit. So yeah, all in all, I fucked around and spent some money, but what are you going to do? But, all right, gang, I'm going to eat. I'm going to rock, man. Nice shooting the shit with you. Like I said, I'll probably be on the fuck around in a couple hours, and we'll chop it up, man. So if you got any questions, bring them, and I'll answer them. I'm out, people. You guys have a wonderful Saturday.